Okay, welcome to the first video of 2021. If you're fairly soon coming on board here, well, Happy New Year, and we're going to look at stinker number 9 today. Stinker number 9. Now, as I've said on previous videos, I don't know all the test routes off by heart, but I am going to find out about them in the next month or two, so I can be sure that the stinkers that you're getting are on test routes. Certainly the one we're about to go on has been on in the many years I've been doing tests from Garretts Green, and in all probability, one way or the other along the road we're going to, you could well run into this stinker. They might take you one way up this road, they might bring you two ways. So we're going to go up in the obviously out from the test centre. We're coming away from the test centre now towards the road that's called Coal Hall Lane, and I'll tell you when we get there. It's just a couple of minutes up the road while I make these introductory remarks, and we'll drive along first, and I'll talk a little bit just about what I call chicanes. Some instructors call them traffic calming measures, and I'll say a thing or two about that might be helpful, maybe just to supplement what your instructor teaches you. And then when we come back along the other way, we will meet with a stinker. It's an unusual one, this, because it's not so much the shape of the road that's the problem, or the layout that's the problem. There's no problem with the layout at all. The problem on this one is what other drivers keep doing, dangerous things that other drivers keep on doing upon this stretch of road. So first of all, we'll go down in the one direction out from the test centre, which is the way we're heading now. I'll talk about chicanes, and then we'll come back and I'll point out the stinker, and maybe we'll do that a couple of times. So we're in Lee Village is the area we're in at the moment, and Coal Hall Lane, where the problem occurs, is just up around the corner. As I say, you might come out this way from the test centre. Certainly the test used to do, and there's a good chance you'll come back along Coal Hall Lane, which is where you've got to watch out for stinker number 9. I haven't been able to make this video because there have been roadworks along here for 2 or 3 months, I think, and it's prevented me from making this one that I wanted to make. So we're in Coal Hall Lane now. Thankfully there are no roadworks at the moment, although there's some workmen around, but they're not doing roadworks by the look of it. So in a moment we're going to come to the first chicane. Very often with chicanes, which is a narrowing of the road, they'll alternate it. So first you might have priority, and then you'll have to give way, and then you'll have priority to give way, and so forth. Now in this one, if the sign's rectangular, that's an instruction. You see the sign on the left there? The rectangular sign means we have priority. The big white arrow is us, and the oncoming traffic here has to give way. Now there's another one just around the bend ahead, and as I say, very often with these chicanes the priorities alternate, not always but usually. So I expect the next one will be that we must give way, and because that's a demand or a prohibition, if you will, it'll be a circle. So the easy way to know whether you've got to give way or not, if it's a circle, that's a command, so you must stop or give way. If it's a square or a rectangle, now just look here on the left, we've got a circle. Big black arrow pointing down means priority to oncoming, and the sign says so. No one there, so we can go around quite safely. Be careful on this one though, because oncoming traffic can get at you pretty quickly. I normally wait until somebody's just on the hump of the hill here before I go round that bollard. But I'll talk about that again. We'll come back down there in a moment. We're now heading into Shard End. Just a little way ahead there's a roundabout where I'm going to do a U-turn. We go back through those chicanes, and I'll talk again about knowing whether to give way or not. There's some obvious clues really, but the shape of the sign is the easiest one, because as you probably have been taught or you've learned on your theory, that a triangle is a hazard sign, but a circle is a prohibition or a command. So for example, speed limits are in circles because it's a command, or a prohibition if you want to look at it from the other side, that you cannot go beyond a certain speed. Whereas triangles are warnings. Not commands, but warnings. So if you get a circle when you're coming to a chicane, you're going to have to give way. If it's a rectangle, it's just information. So it's telling you that you have priority. We'll see that again in a moment. So I'm doing a steady 30, I've got oncoming traffic. Now I can see the rectangular sign over the hill here as we come to the chicane. Because it's rectangular, I know I've got priority, but be very careful. Lots of people try to make it through from the other side. Just be aware of that, be ready to give way if you must. It's not who's in the right, it's who's wearing the bandages at the end of the day. So we're in Coal Hall Lane. We've just passed a chicane where we had priority. Now the next one is likely to be give way, and if so, it'll be a circle. Because we're going to see a sign, a hazard, or a circle, we check the mirror. So slowing well down, a big hump here. Get your speed well down on that, 15 miles an hour. So it's a circle, so I've got to be prepared to give way here. The sign says give way to oncoming vehicles. Make sure it's safe before you take it. Yes it is. Round we go. Now up ahead is the stinker. Now as I say, it's not the road layout, it's the traffic coming up to the road on the left. So we're going to come up to a road on the left in a minute. On your test you might get turned left here, but if they take you straight on, people come up this road on the left and they pull out straight in front of you. I've had it happen so many times. Anyway, it's quite safe and quite clear, but they come out here on the left and they'll pull out in disregard of the giveaway signs because they assume that you're going to turn left down that road. I would say once out of 10 probably is a reasonable estimate. One time out of 10, if I come along here, they'll pull out right in front of me. More than once I've had to stop completely for the idiotic behaviour from the traffic on the left. So that's the stinker. As I say, it's not the road layout, there's nothing difficult about it at all. You know, it's not like you've got a signal or anything in particular, but you've just got to watch out for them coming out of that road. We're going to look at it. We'll look at it on the other side now. But you can see the car perhaps coming out on the right there, where the bollards are falling over. That's the road you've got to watch out for. The big danger is if you're coming the other way. So we'll go back down again. Just recap over the chicanes. As I say, your instructor might refer to them as traffic calming measures. That's okay. Sometimes that involves a change of speed, but not along here. The other big clue, of course, is if the bollards are on the right hand side of the road, you've got priority. If they're right in front of you, that's an easy clue really. If they're right in front of you, on your side of the road, you've got to be prepared to give way. So here we've got a massive hump, so get the speed well down. I'd say 15 for this one. If you're coming the other way, coming either way down there, you'll have traffic sometimes follow you a bit closely. Don't be afraid to slow it right down. You'll be banging your examiner's head on the roof if you don't get down below 25 or at least below 20. For your information, a sign with a yellow backing on it means somebody been killed. So if you see a hazard sign or any other, now let's just look at this. We've got a circle, so you've got to be prepared to give way. Now I tell my pupils, if they're past the bridge, don't go, but they're not. That's passed on this side. If they're on the hump there where the lights are, you should be safe to get round. But remember, you must give way at that one. So if you see any sign, a hazard sign or a circular sign, and it's backed on amber, somebody been killed, take extra care. You'll be amazed how many of those there are around Birmingham. How many deaths is just unbelievable. That's one of the reasons I make these videos, so that you can be safe. Okay, we're going to do a U-turn again, last time up, back up to stinker number 9, and just warn you about that again. Maybe some kind person will do the dirty on me and pull out, we shall see. Just for the sake of the video, I mean. So we're in Shard End. You could get brought over this area, lots of roundabouts over here. Easy ones though, quiet ones, what I call regular roundabouts, 4 exits. Okay, so back into Coal Hall Lane. 30 limit along here, hazard lines down the centre, telling me there's a road on the right. Sometimes I put hazard lines where there's a bend. Now a hazard line is a long white line with a short gap. Ordinary lane lines have long gaps and short white lines, but these are hazard lines because there's crossings and junctions. So, rectangular sign, what does that mean? Bollard on the other side of the road, what does that mean? It means we have priority. So maintaining 30. Oncoming traffic, not a problem. hazard markings down the centre. There must be something up here. There's a road on the right just past the bus stop. Well, they may be for the bend. We're also told here, notice the signs back on amber, humped crossing. So we know we're going to have to slow down for that. Still got hazard markings because the junction's on the right and the crossing. Checking the mirror, bringing the speed well down here. Down to 15. Now you can see ahead that the traffic going my way has given way for oncoming because it's a circular sign, it's a command. And be careful when you go round that you do not slow oncoming traffic. If you slow oncoming traffic unnecessarily, you're going to fail your test. Hazard marking still, so there's a junction on the right. And now we're coming up to the stinker, where you can see the posts, black and white posts on the left. There's a road on the left. You really have to be careful if you're going straight on it. Really. Check in the mirror. Watching Mr. White. Is he going to do the dirty trick? No, he's not. But they do. All the time they do it. So there's your stinker. Be careful if you come up this way. That's stinker number 9. Hope that's helpful if you come out this way. As I say, what I'm planning to do in the next month or so, lockdown or no lockdown, tier 4 or no tier 4, is to have a good look at the test routes if I can find them, which I probably will, and I'll give you some more stinkers to look at. So stinker number 9, there you are. Thank you for watching and have a good year.